Mate, I think you're right. I think when I actually select to friendlies, it'll show the, their call sign rather than their name. Let's see. Well, let's head to the mech bay, because we definitely had some whoopsie doodles there. Panther is good. Javelin is good. The Commando is good. It only lost a leg. The Hunchy, though, we're going to have to do a little bit of work on. Because we do not have an AC-20 burst fire to replace the one that we lost. Maybe they've got something on the market. I mean, we could plug a heavy rifle in there. We could plug a rapid fire AC-20, which I'm not super stoked about. I was not impressed with the rapid fire AC-20. However, if I take the Wolverine and let them use the AC-20, I kind of want to take the heavy rifle, but we don't have any ammo for it. I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, no heavy rifle ammo, sadly. And that's 630,000 C-bills. I mean, we've got to get the Hunchback up and running again. Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse, for sure. I mean, we've got to get the Hunchback up to snuff again. There's no two ways about it. So as much as I hate to spend 630K on another AC-20, I mean, we gotta put a weapon system in this thing. And I guess I could throw in an AC-10 and maybe fiddle around with some of the other stuff, but we'll throw in the AC-20 rapid fire for now. And hopefully that'll be good enough. If it isn't, then we'll look at it doing something different, if that's the case. Scrap the Commando, replace it with the Griffin too. I don't know if we'll scrap. I mean, maybe we'll scrap it. Commandos are fun, but at 25 tons, they even with yet another mech lab, I don't think it's going to last very long in this campaign. But let's go ahead and get this thing put back together. Oh god, we can't even afford that. Jesus. Never mind. Well, it looks like we're going to have to keep the Commando for a little bit, because we don't even have enough money to put the Hunchback back together. I mean, technically we do, but we're going to be down to less than 1 million C-bills. And we've only got one more contract left on this planet. So let's do the contract first. And then we'll see about it afterwards. So now we've actually got more than one salvage share. It might be worth it to take salvage this time around. Let's see, 9 picks versus 1.1 million. Please don't let that Hunchback rust. Oh, don't worry, the Hunchback will be getting its workout, for sure. We can sell the trim salvage, I didn't think about that. And Mr. Blue rolling in the chat, first time chatter, says, yo. Well, yo back at you, Mr. Blue. Good to see you. Glad to have you. Or Mr. Blue Tooth, I should say. But good to have you. Glad you could join us on a Saturday. Hopefully you're having an outstanding weekend so far. I know Saturday is still relatively early in the weekend, but hopefully you're having a good one. Have you gotten the Wolverine from Valentina? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. That was at chat's insistence. We do have the Wolverine 7H. Alright, so if we go to the mech market and we go to sell, how do I actually sell the mech parts? Is that in the equipment section? Armor. Like, where do I actually find and sell in yet another mech lab the mech parts? All E. All E. I don't know what that means. So we're in battle mechs. Oh, we go in here. I got you. And then, what, I guess we gotta go to salvage assembly? Aha. So then, I mean, what do I just right-click on it to sell it? Yeah, that's not it. Not enough salvage to put together. Help me, chat. I'm dumb. How does this work? Go to Equipment Market, click on the All E tab. Equipment Market, click on the All E tab. Okay. All I got is an engine core, a heat sink, and some AC-20 ammo. Aha. Is it here? It is here. Aw, we're only gonna get 10 grand for that? Screw that. I'd rather keep the salvage. Why? I mean, we're only gonna get 30 grand for selling all of our Treb salvage, so I think I'd rather just keep it. We'll make it work. Don't worry, chat. We'll make it work. Alright, let's do a raid mission. We'll take salvage this time around because we might actually get something decent. With 9 picks, we could potentially pick up a halfway in one piece mech. Let's slot in the Wolverine. We're resting. That's okay. It's gonna take longer than that to put the mechs back together. 30 grand is 30 grand, but it's not gonna make a huge difference in terms of how much money we're gonna have to spend to put the Hunchback back together. So I think we take this mission, and then based on the strength of this mission, that is, how well we do, how much we make off of it, we can then potentially reevaluate. So, let's make it hot. It's gonna take a few weeks, but that's okay. Yeah, I know that the mechs that you salvage are still better and cheaper to put back together than building them from parts, but the parts you can get more easily, and you can get them for a lot less salvage picks.
And identify the specific buildings our client wants destroyed, then take them out.
Okay. If you say so, Rhiannon. How am I feel like I'm faster than half of the mechs. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Erst. It's barely a third of a trip, but at the same time, like I said, 30k is not really going to make a dent in our financial woes. Alright, I see buildings. When are we going to get our first visit from the turret cartel? No turrets? Really? What do we got? We got a Panther, and that's a PPC Panther. Alright. Actually, you know what? I didn't check our weapon groups. Actually, I'll tell you what. We'll do this, this, this. Alright. Oh. That's actually pretty sexy. With this being the first time I'm using a Ultra AC in this game, that's actually pretty sexy. What are you, and why are you so hard to kill? There we go. Chat, since when did scorpions become so damn durable? I don't remember scorpions being that durable. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, Chad. I had to mute because there's some ass clown at one of the many in my apartment complex that for whatever reason, like 2 or 3 times a day, their car alarm just goes off. And then they just let it go for like 20 minutes, and I don't know why, and it's really annoying. Also, things are not going great right now. Things are not going great right now. We lost a mech, which, it was a commando, so I'm not terribly surprised, but good lord. What is the deal with the vehicles? I mean, I can tell already with yet another mech lab, like... It's just... A Scorpion tank is... I'm sitting here having to unload 3 or 4 full alpha volleys into a Scorpion tank, of all things.
Target is done.
So yeah, it's, vehicles are, yeah, triples their health. I can tell. I can definitely tell. I definitely felt that. Very, very easily.
Hostile dropship above. That was a great showing, Commander. Our benefactor will be pleased with our success. Now get back to the dropship, ASAP. Scrap that one.
Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Say, get back to the dropship. Oh, the dropship's over here. Alright, that works. Interestingly, the way that this Wolverine is set up, thankfully, we didn't lose any of our very, very nice weapon systems as a result of losing the arm. Which I'm certainly not going to complain about. But I'm definitely liking the Ultra AC5. The Ultra AC5. She fucks. She fucks.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach.
Looks like the ammo might become an issue. Yeah, that's true. In extended engagements, it definitely might be an issue. But for now, I like it.
Mission success.
Should be pretty weak in case the game throws them at you in droves. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you, Perpetual DM. Why? Ansi, why? Why is everybody going missing in action? Good lord. I assume there's a way to turn that down. But yeah, like, with the frequency that the game throws vehicles at you, I think 3 times additional health is a little bit excessive. Like, I could see maybe doubling their health, or maybe giving them 50% more health, but tripling vehicle health is kind of, I don't know. Yeah, we'll definitely look at the mod options. But it looks like Ansi is missing in action. So basically, we can't really do anything, I guess. We just have to wait, I guess? I don't know. Given the large presence of house security combing the area, have the crew remain on alert in case we get any indication what they're looking for pickup. If they get a hold of our pilot, they'll likely hit us with a ransom. So either we end up paying a ransom, or we just get them back, from the sound of things. Let's see. We are able to salvage a Panther from this, which, I mean, that's 1.8 million until we actually end up having to, you know, lose the money, but that'll help us. That'll help us with some of our financial troubles. So, Commando, you're out. You are out. Sorry, this thing just keeps getting blown up, and it's not... It is not, really helping with its weight in repairs. Go to the mech pilot menu. There's an option to set up a rescue mission now, I think. Okay, let's have a look. Pilot record, missing in action, organize recovery. Organize a recovery effort. Okay, how do we do that? House Davian representative has contacted me with intel. They say Kirita has captured Ansi and is scheduled for a public execution. We can pay Kirita's administrative fees before the execution date, and they'll be released into our custody. It's blatant ransom. However, They're willing to organize a small strike team capable of breaking into the holding facility. Though this seems nice, I suspect they have alternative motives. Yeah, they probably do, especially since they're asking us to create a significant distraction in return. So basically, they're asking us to do a mission in order to get our people back, or we can just pay the ransom. I think we just pay the ransom. It's only 120k. I will pay 120k. If the ransom was higher than that, maybe not, but... yeah, average curated activities. Never seen a commando not get blown up. Yeah, and that's the thing. We used the commando last mech because we kind of had to. But we have a little more money now, and I think we can actually put our hunchback back together. So if we sell this commando, and we put the hunchback back in, and we're gonna have to rebuild it. That's the other problem. And Ersts gifted another sub to Mr. Bluetooth. Erst, thank you again for the massive generosity and the massive chicken. And Mr. Bluetooth, welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler. We hope you enjoy your stay. Robes are optional, but they are quite warm in the winter. Let's see, we'll repair all. Let's get this burst fire out of here. We'll put in the crappy rapid fire that we bought just to get it back on the field. God, that's gonna suck. But we'll pay it. We will pay it. And then the Wolverine, we did not actually lose any weapon systems. We lost an arm, but that's okay. And then let us hit the star map and see what's next. Move your ammo to the legs. Yeah, I mean, I know, again, in the interest of min-maxing and let's not spend $1 more than we have to, let's go to an industrial hub, but that's... I'm not really about that. Oh, wow. Recommended reputation 1 to 2. You know what? If the missions pay, sure. You know what? I'll do some super easy missions as long as the money pays. Yeah, I mean, and I've said this before, Mr. Bluetooth, if you came to this channel expecting, like, MLG pro level gaming, then you're gonna be severely disappointed. Because that is 100% not what we do here. Let's see. Armed robbery. What? Is this leading us back into the campaign, or is this just, like, a thing? But we'll look at it. We'll look at it. Alright, so infiltration, we're not doing that. We're not doing infiltration. We learned that lesson. We learned that lesson in the vanilla campaign. Everyone starts at the bottom. This is true. This is true. No squishy infantry in this game. I mean, there's a mod for it. It's an official mod from Piranha Games that adds infantry to the game. I haven't tried it. But there is, in fact, infantry in the game if you put them in. Just grind a dozen little missions to build some cash. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're just got to grind a few lower level missions, build up some money, get our hands on some salvage. And, yeah, it's not the greatest start, but again, gotta scrape by. If you guys were here for the BTA campaign, you remember. You remember. Drive by, hi boss lady before head to work. Alright, Cody, well again, glad you could drop by. Thanks for showing your face, even for just a second, and I wish you a speedy and not headache-inducing work day. Hopefully it'll go well for you, and you can get back home and relaxing quickly. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna put in the hunchy.
We're all clear, Commander.
And let's get Antsy back in here. I think we're good. I think we're good. And we still gotta put them back together, so it'll be another 3 months. And we're over tonnage for the mission, but there's not a whole lot we can do about that. It's gonna cost us 3 salvage picks and some of the money, but we only got 4 mechs. Remember to change the tank HP. Right. Correct. Let's see. If it's under this... Salvage, mech salvage, difficulty... cheat... misc. Alright, where is it? We got Death Chance on Cord. We got Mech Lab rules. Options. Oh, mod options. Okay, let's go. Options. Mod options. Yet another Mech Lab. Then difficulty. Scroll till you see tank. Difficulty. Tank. Scaling. Tank HP scaling. Get out of here with that. Let's go. I'll give him a little more health. Can I, okay, I can type it in. I can, in fact, type it in. We'll give him a little more health. But 3 times more health, that's no bueno. That is no bueno. Alright. Step on Death should be on. Wait, is that off? Tank step on death. When vanilla tanks are stepped on by any mech, they are insta-killed. No, we're absolutely turning that back on. I didn't even realize that was off. Many non-mech units have built-in nerfs to their accuracy or shot delay in their unit card. This removes those negative values. We'll see. We'll see. Again, the game likes to spam the fuck out of vehicles, so we might need to turn that down. We will see. For now, let's go with what we get. Alright, back to the mission. Back to the mission. It's a good thing you reminded me, because I would have completely forgotten. Thank you for letting me know, scary. Yeah, we don't have scary tanks. I did see that mod, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, if you really want to suffer. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to suffer that much. Alright, let's do it. We're going to make them wait 3 months, but we're going to do their mission. Impaired? Impaired how? The hell does impaired mean? You know what? Fuck it. It's a hunchback. Brute force it. Brute force it.
We have been ordered to destroy the forward operating base at
All right, here we go.
Point. Prepare for a fight, Commander. But remember, the primary objective remains the destruction of the base itself.
Okay, so what Rihanna's actually trying to tell me is don't do the dumb thing that you always do because you're dumb and spend all of your time focusing on the units. Spend your time and energy and ammunition destroying the buildings. That's what Rihanna's trying to say, but in a nicer way.
Just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
Oh. Well.
That's close enough. Ready to start pick up
I'll have some loot. What did we get?
Payload acquired.
Small chem, really? Really? Game? Small chem laser? Get the fuck out of here with that. That's just the game insulting me at this point. That's an insult. Giving me a level 1 small chem laser. That's some bullshit. Guys? Guys, are you okay? You seem to be having a little bit of a moment. Let's give the hunchback some time. He's not as speedy as the rest of us. Come on, Nancy. I know you're having a bad time and you're a little bummed out because of the whole MIA thing. Oh. Oh. I don't know if you know this, but mercenaries don't have a great track record of respecting property rights.
Shared target identified.
You wanna peek back over that hill again? Come at me. No? Oh, are you coming? Come on. I'll peek you, you little butthole. That's a lot of mechs, though. That is a lot of mechs.
I'll leave the rest of the demolition job up to you, Commander.
We'll get him. We'll get him. Sadly, Hermes are tanky little trash cans. There we go. There we go. We took some hits, but we're good. We're good. Oh, don't think I'm not just gonna walk through this building that you're supposed to be protecting.
Calls for us to wipe them off the face of this system.
Come here, buddy. Sadly, you brought AC2s to an AC5 fight, and that's not gonna work out well for you, my friend. Oh, you actually... Okay, I'll hit back. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Autocannons have no heat generation. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm basically just rolling around, holding down all the buttons, going full alpha.
Our payday is nearly here, Commander. Just keep smashing.
Oh, I intend to, Rihanna. Don't you worry.
Target is done.
There we go. So somebody lost a component. Antsy, you are kind of getting the track record here, my friend. Okay, you just lost an arm. That's okay. That's okay. Hunchbacks lose arms all the time.
No one's going to be able to utilize this complex for quite a bit.
Rock'em sock'em robots, you damn right. Good little fisticuffs going on. You know I'm all about it, Chet. Alright, let us extract.
Forming on you.
Let us G the FO. That is why there are no weapons in the arms. I mean, technically they have medium lasers on the arms for the Hunchback. Eventually I might get rid of them, but we'll see. Give me a Raven and I will do better. We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Well done, Commander. Time to collect our pay.
I agree, Rihanna. Time to collect our pay. Let's get paid. And Penny Raider 69. Nice. Nice. I appreciate the name. Coming in with an OO. Welcome to the stream, Penny Raider. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. And I do appreciate the name. I do appreciate it. Good on you. Yes, Mr. Bluetooth. That is the 4G Hunchback, specifically. Alright, we got 8 salvage picks. It looks like a commando is gonna be the most money in our pocket. And then we got one more pick beyond that, so we'll take some Frank's Red Hot. And Digital Arc Studio rolling in the chat with 1,000 Bezos bucks, and someone say getting paid. Well, thank you so much, Digital Arc Studio. I appreciate the Bezos bucks, making sure that we get paid. And Walla Veromala bringing in to the chat as well on a Saturday, resubscribing for a 6th month with a heart in chat. Thank you so much, Walla, and welcome you guys. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen the both of you, but thank you guys so much for the support. And for showing up on a Saturday to hang out with us as we enjoy some hot mech on mech action. In our modded campaign, we finished up the vanilla Mechwarrior 5 campaign, and we are now onto a lightly modded career playthrough. Let's see, I'm so old that I just popped my neck from a sneeze. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. But sadly, we are currently in the throes of the early campaign, and gifting a sub to Panty Raider 69 right off the bat. Thank you once again for that generosity, the massive generosity, and the massive chicken. And Penny Raider 69 again with the glorious name. Welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions. We got Hollywood Kake. Will you ever do a stream where you invite chat to play with you in Mechwarrior 5? Never is a long time. Never is a long time, so I won't say never. However, there are complications with playing with people, online. And in a game like, for example, Helldivers, it's a little easier because you've got drop in, drop out, you've got easy mute, like there's a lot of protections. But when you stream, there's this kind of implicit acceptance of playing with other people. And so, again, I'm not saying that I will never play with chat, but it's not something that's on the docket right this second. Digital Arc says, cheap Chinese food, painting some Taurians, and watching hot mech on mech action. It's a good Saturday night. Well, glad to hear it. Glad that we could make your Saturday just a little bit better. And hopefully you enjoy that mech on mech action. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like Erst said, I would basically have to mute you guys if we played together, and that's not really a lot of fun for y'all. Like, half the fun of playing would be communicating, and so, you know, it takes that off the table. So, again, I'm not gonna say never, because never's a long time, but for right now, it's not on the table. And Penny Raider 69 with 100 Bezos bucks says, well, that's the wrong cabinet. Yeah, keep looking. We did reorganize after we moved out of the Argo, so, it might take some finding. It's back there, though. I promise. I promise. You need Bobert's mod options. I think I have the mod options. Oh, you're talking to Mr. Blue, too. Yeah. Yeah, I do have the mod options. As a matter of fact, hold on just a second, and, let me... Okay, before we do that, let me save. That's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna drop a save. I just realized it's been over 3 hours, and I said I was gonna take care of this in a minute. So, let's do a BRB, chat. Let us do that. We'll go back to the cockpit here. We'll do a BRB. I need to get up, use the restroom, refresh the water, all that other stuff. And I gotta fix a thing for the Twitch TV alerts so you guys can hear those. And then once we're done with that, I also need to, while we're doing the BRB, I'm going to take a screenshot of the mod list and put that up on Imager or something like that so you guys can actually see the mod list that we're playing with. As you can see, I did, in fact, get a post on the Twitter machine for the mod list, and anyone can run that command, so if you missed it, or for whatever reason you just want to see it again, you can either check it out on the Twitter machine directly, or you can just follow that link. So that should take care of that. The sound alerts, I think, are working now. Cheer the redemptions. Let me try that. I'm gonna run some water, and you guys tell me if you hear it, okay? Did you actually hear it that time? Nope? Okay. Well, then what that means is that this is going to be a little more complicated than I initially thought, which sucks. But I'll get it sorted out between now and the next stream. It looks like it's not gonna... Oh no, if one of them doesn't work, none of them are gonna work, because they're all coming from the same source. And that's okay. It just means that the fix is not gonna be as simple as I thought it was gonna be. I mean, yes, I could sit down and fix it, but it could take me 30 minutes. It could take me a couple hours. I don't know. I'm going to have to start digging into it. So I'm not going to do that during the stream. Like I said, I will fix the alerts between now and the next stream. So don't worry about that. Or I will attempt to, anyway. And Travis says, do we actually clear the Find a Mail stream? Yes, we did. We already took care of the vanilla campaign. We finished that up within the first couple of hours. And we are now onto a modded career where we're starting at the bottom once again, and we are scraping by, but by God, that's what mercenaries do. That's what mercenaries do, and that's what we're gonna do. So we're working for Davian right now, preferably fighting against House Kurita, but that just depends on how the contracts go. We're gonna try to focus more on reputation this time around, and not do what we did during the main campaign and basically just tank our reputation with every faction. So that's where we're at right now. We're currently working for House Davin against Kurita and anyone else, just to try and build up some reputation. And let's see, we are over tonnage again. Not a lot to be done about that, sadly. Like I said, we have a commando, but this is a commando that we basically salvaged from battle. We don't really have a whole lot in terms of what we can field. So we kind of just got to take the work where we can get it, sadly. And game is lagging a little bit. I'm not sure why. Am I on performance issues? No? Alright, that's kind of weird. The very kind and tolerant dragons bless the wisdom of the dragon. Well, I mean, I don't know what dragon you're talking about, but if we're talking about House Kurita, I don't think that's the dragon in question. Pieces of the commando, then. Yeah, and sadly, we started with a commando, and it got blown up in every engagement that we put it in, so it is what it is. Alright, let's head back to the mission. It's gonna take us some time. Again, we're gonna lose some salvage picks because we're over tonnage. We're gonna lose some money because we're over tonnage. Don't have a lot of options on that right now. Welcome to Van Zant Mercenary Bunker Hotel. Well, you know, it's funny. I actually have a paint scheme saved that I basically call Van Zant Gray, and it's just primer gray. But I figured this paint scheme was in better keeping with the company that I have set up. For those of you that don't know, I created this logo and called it Untactical Operations. That's the current company that we are running at the moment. But let's go ahead and get stuck in, chat. Let's make it hot. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, the logo is basically a skull wearing a dunce cap, because I thought that was appropriate. But we can't see shit. Time to use that thermal vision you guys told me about, which, again, thank you to, what it was, Brofisticus and EW and a couple other people that were like, hit page down, you dumbass. So thank you for that, because it has made a huge difference. Huge difference. I don't know if that was in the base game or if it was part of one of the mods that I've downloaded, but man. Oh no, I took a fucking infiltration mission, didn't I?
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
I didn't realize that I had done goofed. I'm just gonna have our people hang back. Proceed to the next nav point, alright? You should have a mech lance that can do that, though. Yeah, I mean, I think I can do it in this Wolverine. As long as I'm careful. It says, I wasn't paying attention when I took the mission, and now we're in an infiltration mission, and I don't like infiltration missions. Because I don't get to blow anything up.
Our client's intel has identified an enemy mech undergoing field refits. We have a window to take it out before the enemy can respond. On your map, I've marked the location of some valuable supplies that our employer would like liberated.
Oops.
Our client would like us to
Valuable supplies.
Forces while we're in the field. Attempt to sensor log each mech you come across without alerting them to your position.
Jump jet fuel empty.
Okay, well I did that for one.
Target acquired.
I saw something there for just a second. So wait. How am I supposed to get the supplies without raising the alarm? Because that mech is literally standing on the supplies. Also, you doofuses better not be moving. I told you to stay back. I'm confused. I am very confused. Would it be better to go the other direction? Like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to accomplish the objective that they're asking for without also failing the other objective that they're asking for. I mean, you're not wrong. The only problem is, based on the durability of an urban mech, I am doubtful in our ability to take it out before they can raise an alarm.
Low. Jump jet fuel empty.
Because, Urbies are pretty tanky.
Jump jet fuel.
Urbies are pretty extremely tanky. That's okay, that's okay. Again, we'll make the best out of it. Had to step away, what did I miss? You missed us just scraping by on some missions. And then, me accidentally taking an infiltration mission without realizing that I was. Only have to pick up one. Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna see if we can pick up this other one. Assuming it's not also sitting directly under the ass crack of an urban mech.
The target is calling for help, but is having trouble getting a signal out. Eliminate them quickly. Good work, Commander.
Okay.
Showing no chatter on enemy channels. Commander, it looks like that mech had some valuables on it. Go over and pick it up. Let's see if there's anything we can
I do
use.
like valuables. Okay.
Transfer complete.
So we did acquire some enemy
Can
assets.
always use more weapons.
Let's see, if I take you out from here...
Target destroyed.
Where's the other enemy? There you are. There we go. We'll collect some salvage.
Package acquired.
This is not the salvage you're looking for.
Commander, there are one or more powered down battle mech nearby. Keep an eye out for them.
Okay.
Target acquired.
Now that will be useful in our operations.
So, detection warning from what? Turrets? I mean, I guess I'll just roll up on these dudes. I don't... It's like they don't know I'm here. Or they don't care that I'm here. This is very weird.
Cargo acquired.
I mean, I can see the thing, I just can't... How am I can't target him because he's not powered up, so how do I make him power up? Like, if they want me to detect this mech, how do I detect the mech if I can't detect it if it's not powered up? That doesn't make any sense. Again, very, very confused.
Incoming missile.
You little bastard.
Target acquired.
I still can't target it.
Target destroyed.
Those units are powering up. Be ready for a fight.
Okay. I might have made a mistake, Chad. I might have made a mistake.
Neutralized.
I can't quite tell.
Happy to hear of that unit being taken off the board.
Okay. You shoot him, he'll start up. At the moment, should not be required target. Just like my parents. No mistakes, only miracles. Alright, so there's another enemy mech out here then that they want us to target. That was not the enemy mech that they wanted us to target. Oh, hello.
Target's local bottleneck forces. The client will be pleased.
Nice. It's not what I was going for, but fuck it. I'll take it. Evac when ready. Evac without raising the general alarm. I kind of, like, I see that it looks like there's some salvage right there, and I kind of want to go for it, but I also don't want to get stuck in another fight and risk raising the alarm. I'd rather get out without raising the alarm, because, then that way we should hopefully get some more money for it. Yeah? And Tribal Typhoon gifting a sub to Queso1. I'm sorry, El Queso1. Not just Queso, chat. The Queso. First of all, outstanding name. As a Texan, I love me some motherfucking queso, and now I kind of want some queso for dinner. And second of all, Tribal Typhoon, thank you so much for the massive generosity and the massive chicken. And El Queso1, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. Again, the robes are optional. Wait, is the landing zone right here next to the urban meg? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, El Toxic Dog. If you can't tell from the faint accent, I am 100% born and raised in Texas. Texas born and bred. Give me Whataburger over an In-N-Out any day. But yeah, I do love me some queso. Especially the queso. Alright, there we go. We did not apparently acquire all the enemy assets, but it's whatever. Over tonnage penalty, we did lose some money. That's okay. Obviously, we don't have nearly enough salvage picks to take the hunchback, but we can grab some weapon systems and then turn them around and sell them. Get a little money for them. Not too bad. Not too bad. Certainly could have gone worse. Alright, let's go ahead and get the mech repaired, and because somebody was mentioning it earlier, let me do this while I'm still thinking about it. And we'll do this. We'll put all the flamers onto one weapon group, and then that way we can split fire them if we need to, but they can also full alpha. Originate from the Dry Rapture, aka Ohio, but all I remember is Texas. Yeah. Yeah, Texas is a hell of a place. I mean, it's not always a good place, but it's better than... I mean, and the thing I tell people is I have been all over the country, but I've always lived in Texas, and I would never live anywhere else. Alright, let's see. Oh, what do we got? Assassination contracts? Alright. I'm not real interested in that. Oh, there's the objective raid. I didn't realize you still had another contract. Well, if that's the case... I'm sorry? Oh, we can only take one salvage. Okay, then I guess we're taking sea bills for the rest. So be it.
The nasty weather means your visibility will be limited out there and have adverse effects on your sensors.
Yeah, that's a thing, Rihanna. We know. We do kind of need to get out of this particular conflict zone, though, because it's a little beneath our lance strength, and we're losing money in salvage because we're over tonnage. Here, Texas, and that Full Metal Jacket quote comes to mind. Only two things come from Texas: steers and queers. You don't much look like a steer to me. Yeah. I think folks from Texas have always got to live that down, but we take it in stride. One Texas again. Absolutely. Well, Swiftdraw, you say it's better than Oklahoma, but you're...
Time to pillage.
I mean,
Our empire
everything's
wants
better
to
than
destroy
Oklahoma.
enemy assets and
Like,
drain
saying
their
something is
supplies.
better than Oklahoma is just saying that the sky is blue. I'm legally required to say that as a Texan. Alright, let's see. Complete objectives at all locations. Alright. Moving to Colorado in a few months. I have actually had some folks that lived in Colorado before, and I hear it's alright. I hear it's alright. I've been there plenty of times, but I've never lived there, but I hear it's good. I hear it's good. Yeah, I don't remember where Tex was from. I remember that. Good old Forrest Gump. What? We just... Alright.
Target destroyed.
Would you please die? Good lord. I give you 25% extra health and you're out here tanking hits. It's not how this is supposed to go, you fucking donkeys.
Target down.
Let's just plow through that.
Unidentified battle mechs on the field. Take them out.
You can certainly try. I'm always looking for more salvage. Get stomped on. Loser. Alright. Now, let's head to the next objective.
On your trail, Commander.
Oh, we get a light mech. It's a fire starter.
Grab that one.
You're gonna get full alpha to death. Loser. Oh, I'm sure they're definitely gonna give it the old college try. I grew up in the UK. I have only been to Florida and Indiana. Well, I don't know how you ended up in Indiana from the UK, but I will say you kind of picked some of the less exciting places to be. I mean, Florida can be exciting if you're okay with, you know, bath salts and insane crackheads, but Indiana is kind of just... like, it's... I mean, it exists. Indiana is definitely a place, but I couldn't tell you anything notable about it. And I don't mean that as an insult to folks from Indiana, I just... there wasn't a whole lot memorable from the times that I was there. Come on. Go into the darkness. And those Urbies.
Objective down.
Those Urbies do be tanking the hits.
Destroyed.
They do be taking those hits.
That point. Get here as quickly as you can, Commander.
Turret cartel back at it again. I miss Nebraska. Or I forget Nebraska exists sometimes. Yeah, a lot of the Midwestern, like, flyover states, I mean, that's why we call them flyover states, because, like, nobody ever stops there. You're always just flying over them. But, like, and the thing is, like, if you've ever been there, God, like, Nebraska and Wyoming and Colorado and Indiana, like, that is some of the most beautiful parts of the country. Like, if you've ever been there, it's just beautiful out that way. And yet, if you're not going there for that, there's not really any other reason to go. So either you're going for the views and the vistas, or you might as well not go at all. Planning to move from California to Wyoming. Well, don't join any crazy militias, and you should be okay. We are unfamiliar. We finally made it to reputation level 3, chat. And we got butt cheeks for salvage. A lot of parts, though. Alright, let's take some fire starter salvage. And I guess we'll take some Frank's Red Hot. Alright. Good stuff, good stuff. Want mountains and lakes. Where go? I mean, there are a lot of places in New England where you can get that. Near Appalachia. there's also a lot of places in Canada. If you head out towards the west coasts, especially towards the northern end of the Rocky Mountains, I mean, there are parts of Idaho and Washington State and places like that where you can get stuff like that. I mean, a lot of rural Washington and even parts of Northern California are kind of like that. So, I mean, there are a lot of places to go if that's what you're looking for. Saw some proper hillbillies while I was up there. Had to stop myself from laughing. It was a stereotype. Listen, and I might have told you guys the story. I have real, honest-to-God moonshine in my liquor cabinet from a real, honest-to-God Appalachian hillbilly when I was just on a road trip through that part of the country. And, yeah, like, it's like, you could start a lawnmower with this stuff. I'm saving it for a special occasion. And Fawn Hun, first-time chatter, says hello. Well, hello, Fawn Hun. Good to have you. Glad to see you. Glad that you came out to join us on a Saturday stream, and hopefully you're having an outstanding weekend so far. And if not, then hopefully it'll be a little better now that you're here. But let's get out of this, let's get out of this goo-goo gaga zone. Actually, you know what? No, let's get out of this baby zone and let's head somewhere where we can actually get some real work. Man, contracts are kind of butt cheeks out this way, aren't they? Defense contract and multiple mission operation. Well, we can take the defense contract, I guess. Let's head out that way. Don't start the engine, it ain't real moonshine. Well, you know, my go-to phrase has always been, if it's not strong enough to knock out if it's not strong enough to start a leaf blower, it's not strong enough to knock out a 3-year-old. But, I also didn't grow up in the best family situation. Fawn Hunt is one of my favorite games. Yeah, Mechwarrior 5 has been a lot of fun. We actually just finished up our vanilla campaign, first playthrough. And that was actually my first time playing Mechwarrior 5. And we are now getting into the modded stuff. Let's see. Doing a defense mission against the dragon. Alright, we can make that work. We'll take salvage and sea bills, as you do. Need to get our folks repaired up, though. And I don't know what's going on right now, but the game is like... And again, it's not a performance issue, but the game is just kind of chugging. Is it the mods? I don't know. That's very strange. But everybody's healthy. We got some folks leveling up. We'll get the mechs put back together, and then we will get underway. So let's make it hot, chat. European. Yeah. Exactly. K-Kona, brother. K-Kona.
Our contract is to garrison the facility.
The mods take a toll on performance. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I'm just used to, like, real quickly hitting the buttons to get through stuff, and now I'm getting some lag when I hit the buttons, which is just something I have to get used to, I guess. Play Battletech 2, the tabletop game. Nope, I'm not gonna pronounce that. And Alpha Strike 2. Well, then you are amongst friends here. I am not much of a tabletop player anymore, but a lot of the folks in chat do play on tabletop, and in fact, we've got a few folks that are probably out there painting and assembling some minis for games right now as we speak, while they listen to the stream. So if you like yourself some Battletech, then again, you are amongst friends here, and we welcome you. Oh, let's see. So we are defending.
Let's burn it down.
I'll send you donkeys after that harasser. I feel like I should get out of this base because sensors, something sensor readings.
Armored vehicle on radar.
Jet fuel low.
Whoops.
Jet fuel empty.
Well, I sent you over here to kill the guy, if you don't mind. Learning the tabletop, I'm gonna play it with my elderly dad. Well, there you go. Bringing people together since the 1980s. Battletech on tabletop is a lot of fun. It's certainly more complicated than what you're gonna run into in, like, the video game realm. But that, to me, is one of the draws. Never had absinthe. Fairly sure it's illegal here. It is illegal in some places, yes. Help people to play tabletop with, and Mega Mech has a learning curve. Yeah, Mega Mech is a little bit rough, but I'd say it's worth learning. If you don't have anybody locally to play tabletop with, Mega Mech is probably the best substitute.
New target. Locust.
Focus target received, Commander.
Because Mega Mech is a pretty damn good tabletop simulator for the game. And you can play it online. So I think it's definitely worth at least trying to learn how to play the game, because then you open yourself up to being able to play with other people. Oh, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. You can turn that torso if you want, but I ain't backing down. I'm not backing down.
Target is done. Enemy reinforcements
There we go.
spotted in the area.
Outstanding work, guys. Outstanding work. Learning Warhammer Old World. Yeah, Old World Warhammer Fantasy Battles was great. I am glad that they're bringing it back. Now, I have ranted and raved about Games Workshop in the past, but bringing fantasy battles back in some kind of style reminiscent to what it used to be back before the whole Age of Sigmar BS, like, I love that. I'm glad that they're finally bringing it back. Again, Tomb King's players everywhere rejoice. You can run, but you can't hide.
That kill was mine.
Target. Panther.
Target received.
You guys go take care of that panther. I'm gonna go get whatever this carrier is.
Additional bogies, Commander.
I think I deleted the picture from my phone, but I had a picture of an $1,800 bottle of whiskey I saw in Kentucky. You know, speaking from experience, whiskey like that is good. But I have never in my life had a glass of whiskey that I thought was worth $1,800 or $1,000 or $500. Like, that's not to say that there isn't a difference. Like, some more expensive whiskeys are definitely better, but at a certain point, you're not paying for the whiskey, you're paying for the amount of work that went into it.
Focusing fire.
Or, you know, the age. It's the whole demand thing, right? Like, demand is being dictated via the price. Oh. I'll take a griffin. We're still early in the campaign. Come back. Come back. Come back. I want to leg you. I want to salvage you. Don't jump.
That thing's gonna explode.
Oh, you're just gonna stand there and let this happen, huh? Okay.
Target destroyed.
I mean, I appreciate you.
These people owe their lives to you.
There's booze to be enjoyed, and there's booze to get drunk on, and there's booze to own. Yeah, that's true, Mate. And like the $1,800 bottles of whiskey, like that's just booze to own. That's not booze to drink. That's not even booze to get drunk on. It's just booze to have. God damn it. 22 salvage picks, chat. But we can get a Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk ain't bad. Shadowhawk ain't bad. It's a decent medium mech. I say we take it. I don't know if we got the money to put it back together. Why own booze you can't drink? I tend to agree, Megans. I tend to agree. Like, I I have, for example, like the moonshine in my liquor cabinet. I'm saving it for a special occasion, but I am gonna drink it someday. Yeah, that's the other thing, Mate, is like you have to drink alcohol at a certain point. And I think, you know, a lot of those liquor bottles, they kind of become this thing where it's like, oh, here's this $10,000 bottle of wine that was made by Franciscan monks in the 1700s. And it's like, you don't buy that to drink it. You buy it because you want to own a piece of history. Like, at that point, it's not about drinking it because the stuff in the bottle isn't even going to be, like, potable anymore. You'd probably get sick if you drank it. But it's about owning that piece of history. To say, I have this bottle of wine that was made, you know, during the Renaissance. And, you know, right, you buy it for the storage. So I absolutely understand that. It's money laundering, right. Dizzy Buttons has got the idea. Alright. So I think, because we can't really take the multi-mission operation on here, I think this will be a good opportunity for us to head to an industrial zone. So let's head to Haynesville. And we'll see about putting the Shadowhawk back together. We have made a little bit of money. Right, Swiftdraw. And, like, I have a Mosin the guns. And it's, like, from the family. It's... And I know you can buy a Mosin for, like, $70. It's not, like, a big deal to own a Mosin. But, like, I have a Mosin that was produced during the war that was brought over here with my family when they immigrated from the Soviet Union. And I have put some rounds through it. It still works. But by and large, I keep it as a collection piece, not necessarily because I like to go out and shoot it. Fine, so we do have some marina contracts we might be able to get into as well, but for right now, I mostly just want to put our mechs back together. That's the mainest thing. So let's do that. Let's get the Panther put back together. Let's get the Jab put back together, and then let's see what we can do with this Shadowhawk. Show off the guns. Well, I mean, at this point, I only own two, well, technically, I only own one gun now. So I used to have the, I used to have a Glock 43 that I used for concealed carry. Sadly, I had to sell that because I just, again, I'm unemployed. And so it was a way for me to make some quick money. I still have the Mosin, but that's the only gun that I still own. So it wouldn't be much of a collection to show off. Oh, don't worry, friend Date. I will get myself another concealed carry weapon in the future. It's just, you know, obviously I need to get a job. I need to get my finances back in order. And then once I do, I mean, and my 43 was pretty old anyway. I bought it quite a few years ago and it was used when I got it, but like I was looking to get something new anyway, and that's just an opportunity for me as far as I'm concerned. Alright, let's see about repairing this thing. We're gonna need an engine core for it. We'll have to check the market for that, and apparently this thing was using a PPC. Alright, let's check the market. What do we got in terms of engine cores? Do we have a 275 to put back in it? We do not. And we can't really afford the engine core to fit in it now. So then the real question is, can we even put this thing back together right now? And I think until we salvage some engine cores or have the money to buy a few, we're gonna have to put the Shadowhawk on cold storage. Just gonna have to put him on ice. But it'll definitely be useful. We just gotta get to a point where we can actually do some work on it. Grandmother's china, basically. Most people understand it's worth money, but since parents did not let kids use it for fear of damaging it, the grandkids have no emotional connection to it. Yeah, and I think that's, you know, when you inherit a lot of stuff, that's one of the things that you have to deal with. Is if you don't have any, like, sentimental value for a thing, then whenever a family member passes on, then suddenly everybody's fighting over their stuff, and then they just immediately sell it. Because that stuff doesn't mean anything to them, it just has a dollar value assigned to it. And that sucks, but that's part of the reason that, like, you know, history is made in the moment, right? Like, it's some things like that, you have to use them. You have to attach some value to it. Fawnhen says, tomorrow I will make mountains for Alpha Strike. 2 weeks, and we're playing again. Well, good to hear. Good to hear. Good that you have an active group, and I wish you luck on the terrain. I was never very good at making terrain. I'm passable at painting stuff, but that's about it. Alright, let's see. Here in the industrial zone, we've got some arena contracts, we've got rare weapons. We've actually got a multi-mission operation, which is kind of strange. What do you think, chat? Do we... let's see. 13 days and 50k? Let's do it. Let's check out some rare weapons. Youngest in my family, so I don't really have much inheritance. Yeah, that's also a thing. I mean, look at it like this. At least you have an inheritance, whereas, like, for me, my family basically ignores the fact that I exist, so... Not that they had anything for me to inherit anyway. And Libertarium says, greetings, Mechwarrior. Well, greeting, Libertarium. Good to have you. Glad you could join us on a Saturday. I feel like it's been a little while since the last time we saw you. But as always, we're glad to have you on a Saturday stream as we get into some hot neck-on-mech action here in Mechwarrior 5, this time on a modded campaign. But let's see. We've got rare ERPPC, large burst laser, and a stream LRM-10. You know, I could be persuaded to buy an ERPPC, but not, good lord, not for $1.5 million. No thank you. Maybe some other time. Alright, let's have a look at the mech market, even though we can't afford a mech. Yeah, nothing really going on there either. That's okay. That's okay. It was worth a try. So we got some contracts. We got a 4v4 open, unlimited tonnage. That's probably not going to work out very well for us. And we got a free-for-all open, but it's a 2-mission operation. Both of them are arena, but I have no idea what we're going to be getting into on the second operation. And it's a 100-ton limit, so I have no idea what we're going to be dealing with in terms of mechs. You hit the fire button until it jams. Exactly. Exactly. They should be Twitch harder than my players. Am I dang game? Well, I mean, I'm trying not to have the autocannon jam on me. So, chat, in the past, and I don't know if yet another mech lab revises this, but in the past, when we've done these, like, free-for-alls, and it's a 100-ton limit, and then, like, I'll bring in an Atlas or an Awesome, and they bring a Griffin, and I'm like, what? What? Alright, Auntie, well, it was good to see you. Glad to have you. Glad you could join us, and glad you finally got into the game. Finally got that name redeem used up after, God, it's been months now. But good to have you. Hope you had a good time, and have a good night. Sweet dreams, and I wish you an outstanding rest of your weekend. I have a collectible card collection that no one to pass it on to. It's in Japanese and no longer in print. I mean, that by itself is worth something. Chad, do we do the dumb thing? The Wolverine that we have is pretty good. It's pretty good. Do we do the dumb thing? Do we try a free-for-all? Chad says do it. Alright, let's do the dumb thing. We could go salvage shares. 21 salvage shares could be good if we're not up against, like, a heavy or an assault mech. But C-build payout might still be better. We do have a Hunchy, but I'd probably take the Wolverine. That Ultra AC5 is nasty. Oh, you have a Senran Kagura card game. Wow, I didn't even know they made a card game for that. That's impressive. My great uncle's high school ring from 1924. Wear it regularly. Well, see, there you go. That's that sentimental value.
The warning is in effect, Commander. You'll have limited visibility out there and have to contend with sensor malfunctions.
Alright. Let's take out the Wolverine. We'll give it a shot. Hellstorm. Well, thankfully this Wolverine runs pretty cool. All the artist and signed voice actress cards. Goddamn, where'd you get something like that, BLM? Is that something you put together yourself, or like did you buy that from somebody? Like that's a hell of a thing to end up with. So we got a commando. We got just a commando from the look of things. Destroy legs. Well, funny you should mention that. Legging people just happens to be my specialty. Are you sure you want to have that fight, little dude? Alright, so let me see what this double tap is. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Rapid click is rapid fire. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Go get him, Maria says. Crew card. Well, crew card, welcome to the stream on a Saturday. Glad to have you. Glad to see you. And I'm going to get him, that's for damn sure. I may let them duke it out on their own. You got 3 folks swatting at each other over there. Let's see, there's another 7 people on the field, so let's see if we can find somebody who's relatively isolated and take them out. I see a spider over here. We'll see if we can get to him. Maybe if I can take some AC5 shots at him, he'll break off and come say hi. I'm not trying to get into some gang warfare here. Come here, sweetheart. There we go. Do I have your attention now? Let's dance! Come on! Oh, we got somebody coming up behind. And that is an assassin. Oh, we've also got a locust. Clearly, I have done enough damage that now all of the arena combatants consider me the biggest threat. As you should. As you should. Started buying when I visited Japan, bought bits off auction websites and knew the guy who was going to localize in the UK, got discontinued in Japan. Game also included Neptunia and Blaze Blue decks. Wow. Yeah, like I said, that like all that is never heard any of that before. We jammed. We're jammed. That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, he took a hit. Some offensive weapons have been impacted. I think his ability to come out on top will be impacted too.
Well, I mean, his butthole is gonna be impacted after what I just did to him. Oh wait. Was I not supposed to say that? What are you doing? Wait, there's another guy up here? Oh. It's an enforcer. Let's see. If you're gonna stand still, I was gonna say, you might want to get moving, because if you're gonna stand still, I am gonna punish you for it.
New target, enforcer.
You may have the high ground, but I have the advantage. Come here, you little donkey. And that was the end of the enforcer. Alright. Oh, we have another Wolverine out on the floor. We got another Wolverine. Okay, so the Wolverines are definitely holding their own in this engagement.
We need a fast forward button, Jackson. They need to pick up the pace and inject some life
What?
into this battle.
Are you okay? Yeah, the Wolverines have got a little more durability than most of the stuff we've been fighting so far. Alright, let's go see. Let's go see what this 6R is gonna give us. You look like you've been having a pretty easy go of it, buddy. It'd be a shame if something bad happened to you. And what do we got left? Oh no, a Phoenix Hawk. A Phoenix Hawk, my friend. My friend, you have no idea what you've gotten yourself into. Get wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked. Where are you going? Did you think you were gonna fly away? I know you're in a Phoenix Hawk and it kind of looks like a Gundam, but you can't actually fly. Locust doing Locust things, running and dying. Yeah. I don't know, crew card. I mean, I know a lot of people like the way the Phoenix Hawk looks because it's got that kind of Gundam styling to it, but to me, I don't know. The Phoenix Hawk, to me, is one of those... It's kind of like a commando. It seems to get blown up in every engagement it's in my experience. Well, we're a little bit of the way to raw meat, chat. We're getting there. Let's see. An assassin? I'll take an assassin for 5 million C-bills. Hell yes. And we'll take some large lasers too. Oh, but we got some salvage as well. Let's see. I don't think I like any of that salvage. Let's take a large laser. Large laser's always good. Oh, and we still got one more salvage pick. Screw it. I'll take a piece of an enforcer. Phoenix Hawk will never be a crab. Well, I mean, everything returns to crab, eventually. I've completed 1 out of 2 missions. Oh, is it the same mission? Alright. Can I force them to let me repair the mech, or are they not? They're probably not gonna let me do that. Yeah, the mission starts immediately. That's unfortunate. That's okay. We can take the Hunchback. We can take the 4G with that AC-20 burst fire. As a matter of fact, because the mission starts immediately, we gotta send somebody else in. So, who is it that's normally using this thing?
I just want all of you to know I've got your backs.
This pilot has no proficiency. Alright. I forget. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Ansi that was using this. Has below average proficiency. Okay, well they're working on the proficiency. Fell in love with Battletech when it was the Super Valkyrie Unseen design. Yeah, that's... Again, I've said before, I have a love for the original Marauder 2C, the Unseen version, because that was the very first pewter mech miniature I ever got. I wish I still had it, but I have a lot of fun painting that back in the day. Alright, let's see how Ansi does in their Hunchback.
And we're off to the races.
It is nice that we can do that now. We can actually send individual pilots out so that they can get experience instead of it just always being the commander. That's one of the nice things about the pilot overall. The Zentradi Marauder? I guess. I don't know if that's what it actually is. But I posted it on the Twitter machine. I don't know if you guys remember that, but like I actually posted a picture of it. And by the way, good to see you, Serini. Glad you could join us. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Saturday. Misread Jackson's name as Jackass. Yeah, that'll happen. Jackass and Cotton. I mean, it seems fitting. I refuse to return to the Twitter machine. That's fair. I do it because I have to. Because social media is part of this whole adventure. If I wanted people to know who I am and know when I'm streaming and actually come out and see me and join this lovely community of misfits, then I have to have some kind of presence on social media. Oh, a Centurion. Alright, let's play. You appear to be looking in the wrong direction. We will fix that shortly.
This match is still trying to find its spark as the Mechwarriors have yet to engage. If they were popcorn kernels, they would.
What do you mean, have yet? Do you not see me engaging the fuck out of this dude? You guys really are Jackass and Cotton.
Whoa, he's turning some heads. That sounds like it would hurt.
I'ma back up a little bit. I'ma back up a little bit before they go crazy on me. We already lost the center torso.
New target, assassin.
What are you, an assassin? Alright. Look at me! Look at me! Oh. Yeah, I gotta learn to lead those targets a little better. Man, I'm... God damn. I cannot hit this dude to save my life. And I'm running out of ammo. That's the real problem, is this thing does not have the ammo endurance. As boring as it is, I might have to let these guys do most of the work themselves, because
To these Mechwarriors, but they
not only do we have a lot of center torso damage, but I've only got 17 rounds left in the AC-20.
attack of any kind is key to trying to win the match, Jackson. Thank you, Cotton, for that hard-hitting analysis.
1v1 by an assassin, I mean, maybe. That almost happened.
Enforcer. Target acquired.
That's an enforcer that's still in good condition. That's a crab that's still in good condition. There's that centurion that we were pounding on earlier. Let's see if I can put some hurt on that center torso from here. That would be a negative. I mean, my hope is that we can kind of like snipe him out here. But I'm also afraid that we're gonna get blown up. Come on, baby, let me see that back.
Here we go. All the pleasantries are behind them. They're locked into a battle now. Only unpleasant.
And this is why I do not like the AC-20 rapid fire, because as you can clearly see, in spite of the fact that it's an AC-20, it takes far too many shots. Like, we had to hit that dude 6 or 7 times in the center torso with an AC-20, and he had no armor.
His weapons is out of commission. This could really shift the
So, still 340 damage available still. Yeah, rapid fire is dumb. And I said that before when we tried it, is like, it does less damage, but you don't get any more shots. You just fire them faster. And so with the rapid fire AC-20, essentially you're just cutting your DPS in half, or your potential damage in half. Because even though you have the same number of shots and you can shoot them faster, they're doing half as much damage. So your damage per bin of ammo is actually cut in half. And it really is a waste.
Target
Chad, I hate to say this, but we're either gonna have to charge in and get blown up and lose, or we're gonna have to do some very boring, just like hanging out, letting them fight each other, because
Neither wanting to open themselves up
we basically have no center torso left.
not to lose. My kind of strategy. Oh man, he just donated his arm to the salvagers after that hit. Oh, that's very generous.
All right, so this griffin is looking a little rough. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Come on. If you had just kept on your trajectory.
Target acquired.
Alright, the Enforcer's taking a lot of center torso damage. Like, these guys could probably kill each other, and they're just dancing around each other instead. I mean, if you're gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it.
Target acquired.
And that griffin is in much better shape.
The pace has
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me.
underwater. It's slow and steady might win the race, Jackson, but it won't keep anyone awake.
Better off punching. I mean, I would love to get in there and just punch these dudes to death. The only problem is, my center torso has no armor. Which means if I go in there and I start trying to swing, I'm gonna get cored out real quick. And, sadly, these guys are derping pretty hard right now. As much as I hate to do it, we may just have to go in and get blown up, because otherwise we're going to be here for like 20 minutes and still probably lose. Because the second we get down to the last 1v1 scenario, it's basically going to be the end. Like, unless we get real lucky and the other guy's already really hurt bad, we're just essentially going to get blown up.
This one out to win, Jackson.
Oh, we're taking some shots.
Target acquired.
We're taking some shots. The other griffin is shooting at us.
Enemy depleting.
Con, it looks like some of his offensive capabilities have
You see that, right?
utilized. Yeah, he'll need those to
Like,
win,
I put an AC-20 into a leg with no armor and it didn't destroy it. That's kind of sad. And Game Master Hub rolling into the chat on a Saturday. Good to see you, Game Master. Glad you could join us as always. Happy you could come out here and hang with us for some hot mech on mech action. Yeah, I'm not gonna have much of a shot on that guy. I'm hoping they'll do a little more damage to each other. We're gonna have to get aggressive here, chat. Oh, well, either the weapon system has been destroyed or I'm out of ammo. Not sure which. Get shot in the back, loser.
Con, the
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
waned. Neither Mechwarrior is truly going for it right now. Neither one of them will become the next great Noten playing
Cotton.
safe like this, Jackson.
Jackass. If y'all want to come down here and do it yourself, be my guest. Otherwise, shut the hell up. Alright, he's got a little too much armor for me to take out with just some medium lasers. So I'm gonna fall back for now. Now let's go see how this other fight is working out. These guys have not done anything to each other yet. Correct, friend Aid. Game Master Hub. The man, the myth, the legend. The one, the only. As prophesied. We're not looking good, chat. We are not looking good. Again, I was hoping these guys would have done a little more damage to each other, but walking into a fresh enforcer, it's not good. It's not good. And let's see, that's an AC-10 enforcer. That basically means one shot to the center torso and we're toast.
Brought to you by Harpy Meal, delivering delicious food and a toy since 2764. Just don't forget the toy, or it can trigger a massacre.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Attacks of opportunity, chat. That's what we're doing. Attacks of opportunity. Well, I think I have his undivided attention now. He has stopped trying to decide what to shoot and has settled on me. That's okay. Death by 1,000 cuts. If that's what we gotta do. I'm trying to figure out how this dude has taken so much structure damage to his mech when he still technically has armor.
Acknowledge our sponsor, Triple F Burger, with a fresh chain of restaurants across Lyran space. The best burgers in the inner sphere are a Triple F.
Like, you guys see this, right? This crab still has armor on his torsos, and yet for some strange reason, they have structure damage. Well, we lost an arm, Chad. Well, there goes the other one. That's it. That is it. We now officially have no way to fight back. Give him the floodlights.
But he's still in this fight. He needs to stay mobile.
Yeah, we literally can't do anything.
The standing targets typically get blown to bits, Jackson.
I don't even have jump jets, so I can't death from above. Like, I can't do anything. Can we just punch out?
Comes to a close. Mason is dead.
Yeah.
He'll be reeling after that loss.
I mean,
Reels it in and comes back better than ever.
better to abort and take a rep hit than for this thing to get cored out and then... Like, we weren't gonna win anyway. So I'll try to save as much of the mech as I can. It'll be a lot easier to repair some arms than to have to rebuild the entire mech. Alright, let's have a look at this hunchback. God, why though? Why? 500k for what? Like, what were they actually charging me 500k for on this? It ain't the medium lasers, because we have them. We already have medium lasers. I feel like we're getting ripped off. Buddies are pinging to get our mods line for Mechwarrior 5 run. Alright, Swift Draw. Well, again, good to have you. Thanks for hanging up. And I wish you luck with the boys on your mods and your Mechwarrior 5. Hopefully y'all have a good time. Still without the price of the weapons you lost. Yeah. I mean, you have to clear the wreckage of those lasers out of the arms so you can put new ones in there. It's whatever. It's whatever.